I would see it on TV, and I see people up in these temples with the candles lit, and I'm like, I don't know, it seemed a little bit out there to me. But just a disclaimer, you don't have to do any of that to meditate. Welcome to the Personal Development Blueprint, the podcast that's all about leveling up and helping you become the best version of yourself. I'm your host, Jay Cope. Join me as we talk about different tools and strategies to help you navigate through everyday life, creating a blueprint for your personal growth. Let's get into it. Welcome back, Blueprint Crew, my ladies and my fellas. So whether you're new here or you already a part of the Blueprint Crew, I just want to say I appreciate y'all being here. Today we diving into a topic that's gaining a lot of popularity, but it can still seem a little bit mysterious. And if you're wondering what we're talking about meditation. So whether you're just curious about starting your own meditation journey, or you might just be looking to understand what all the buzz is about. Either way, you're in the right place. And today I'm gonna share some easy ways to get started, and then we're gonna talk about a few different types of meditation, and most important, what's in it for you. Like, how can meditation benefit your life? And then we're gonna wrap things up and answer some common questions. Like a lot of questions people ask me, like when they find out that I'm into meditation and stuff like that. So yeah, we'll wrap it up with some questions that I've been asked a lot. So first up, we got to clarify what meditation actually is. In a nutshell, meditation it's the practice that helps you focus your mind and eliminate distractions. Two major things that we all can relate to. I want you to think of it like a workout for your brain. Now, there's a few different forms of meditation, but for beginners, I recommend that y'all start out with something simple. For example, like one of the more simple methods is like just focusing on your breath. And what you do is you can find like a comfortable spot and close your eyes, and then you take a deep breath in and out. Now, if you listening to this driving, I suggest you not to try this with your eyes closed. I mean, you can still do it, just don't do the part where you closing your eyes. We got to be safe if we're on the road. We can run through it real quick. We can take like a little 20-second. So what I want y'all to do is just breathe in through your nose. So you're going to take a deep breath, and then we'll do it together real quick. Just take a deep breath in through your nose. And then you want to hold it at the top for like 3 or 4 seconds. And then you go out with your mouth. And then we'll do it one more time. In through your nose. Hold it at the top. And then out with your mouth. Now, believe it or not, this simple, like just doing that simple breath exercise right there, it actually can help ground you and help clear like your mind when it gets cluttered. I know this is one of my go-tos whenever I'm thinking about a lot and my mind is just cluttered and I got a lot going on in my mind. I'll take a few minutes and I'll do like a couple deep breaths like that, and that does help clear my mind a little bit. And also, you might even find it helpful if you just look at your thoughts like clouds passing by. Instead of getting caught up on the thoughts, you just watch them float by. Like I said, like a cloud. You're looking up at the sky and you notice the clouds, they moving and they going by. Like, you can treat your thoughts the same way. Like, don't get too attached to one thought. You notice that it's there. And then you just simply, let it go by. And if you're having trouble with focusing on a thought, a easy way to like come away from that is just refocusing on your breath, just focusing on the ins and outs, and it'll help you take your mind off of those thoughts. And that's a good way to practice like non-attachment too, and help you develop mindfulness, which is basically being present in the moment. I'm gonna talk a little bit more about that later in the episode. So next up, we're gonna talk about some of the benefits. A lot of y'all might be wondering, like, why should you even consider adding meditation to your daily routine? Well, actually, some studies that show that like regular meditation, it actually reduce stress and it improve concentration. Like it can even enhance like your emotional state, man. So like those are three heavy hitters. For instance, like one study found that people that meditated like on a regular, they reported that they felt less anxious and it was actually more in control of their thoughts. So if you deal with a lot of anxiety or you have trouble controlling your thoughts, then meditation, that might be the move for you. I remember when I lost my I be having the most random intrusive thoughts. But I remember when I started meditating, like when I first started meditating, I ain't gonna lie, I was a little iffy at first. I was a little iffy at first. You know, I would see it on TV and I see people up in these temples with the candles lit, and I'm like, I don't know, it seemed a little bit out there to me. But just a disclaimer, you don't have to do any of that to meditate. It's real simple. Like what we just mentioned. Simple is just paying attention to your breath, breathing in and out. But when I first got into meditating, again, I was iffy about it. And then, I tried it out and it was only after like a week went by and I noticed I started being less reactive, and like I was handling situations a little bit different than what I would normally handle it. And again, I was less reactive and more proactive. And what I mean by this is I was able to sit and think before I actually reacted. I'm gonna use my son for example. I always talk about my youngest son. This boy, he really tests my patience. He got a temper, and he's gotten better with it. But I noticed that his temper, it would trigger me. Like before I started meditating, he used to trigger me like really bad. If he started throwing a tantrum or if he didn't want to listen to what I was saying, like I would get upset. I'd be ready to crash out. And I noticed like after meditating, I had a more calm response to his tantrums. And when he see me calm, then in turn it made him calm. That's one of the things that I noticed from just from meditating though. It changed my state. Like it was the same thing happening. It just I was less reactive and I was able to sit and actually think and then let the situation marinate a little bit, and then I would go into it with a different mindset. Man, it's crazy how just a few minutes a day can create a shift in your mindset. Because he was still having the same tantrums. I was just reacting different because I had started meditating. I was a lot more calm in the situations. Those are some of the benefits. Like you are less anxious and you able to be more in control of your thoughts, because the thoughts that go through my mind when he wouldn't listen to me, I'm like, man, I'm gonna get this dude 3 left hooks, a uppercut. But after I would meditate, it did help me like control those thoughts and like, all right, woosah, kind of understand where he's coming from. He's frustrated too, but yeah, meditation definitely helped me with that. It helped me approach the situation a little bit different. Now, lastly, I want to talk about there's a few different types of meditation, and it's different ones, and you know what they say, different strokes for different folks. So you might find one that you can relate to more than one of the other ones. The first one is mindfulness meditation, and that's where you focus on being present in the moment. Like you looking at everything that's around you, like you paying attention to the sounds, the colors, the smells, and it just helps you become present in that moment. That's a form of meditation. Another one is guided meditation. Now, this is where somebody actually, they walk you through the process. The guided meditation, that's perfect for beginners. And then they got apps like Headspace or Calm, and they got some pretty good sessions on there, but they only offer free trials, and then you got to pay. And if you anything like me and you want to get it for the free 99, you can just actually hop on YouTube and type in 5-minute guided meditation or 10-minute guided meditation, so on and so forth. Matter of fact, I'm gonna drop a link to a few of my go-to meditations in the description, and then y'all can try those out and then see how y'all like them. Another type of meditation is called the body scan meditation. This is one of my favorites right here. So in this practice, you focusing on different parts of your body, and then you release the tension as you go. What do I mean by that? For example, like we use a lot of muscles that we don't even realize that we're using. So like when I'm meditating, I'll drop my shoulders down, not even realizing that subconsciously, like on a deeper level, I'm using muscles to put tension in my shoulders to hold my shoulders up. It's like you drooping down, you release your shoulders, you release the tension in your forehead, and it's like you letting the wrinkles go. You let your face sag, and then you just, you go through each of your body parts and you say, all right, am I using muscles, or is there tension in this muscle that I'm using? And you just basically you let it droop. And then you pay attention to like just different parts of your body, and you become more in tune with yourself. This is actually a great way to connect with yourself and really tune into like how you feeling, not only physically but emotionally too. So you can kind of monitor like what kind of emotional state that you're in. So yeah, that one's called the body scan. So y'all can try that out if y'all meditate. Again, just scan, going through each one of your body parts and releasing the tension as you go, and this will help calm you, release, and put you in a more calm state. Now, moving forward, why is all of this important? Today, more than ever, like everything is like super fast, go, 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 go. We always on the go. We always on the move. We always got something to do. We tending to, we even got a task list. We going to work. We taking care of kids. The list goes on. Everything is so fast paced. And in the midst of that, a lot of times we often forget to just pause and like just take care of our mental health. Meditation, it actually offers you that space so that you can recharge and maybe do some reflection. And then that's when you are able to reconnect with yourself. You quiet all of the noise. Meditating a few minutes a day, you can develop like a sense of peace and impact so many different aspects of your life in a positive way. When people find out that I meditate, it is a couple questions that I notice that I get asked like more than others, and this is just a few of the questions that people ask me, and it might be some questions that you might have. It's just some common questions. So the first one was like, how long do I need to meditate like before I start seeing benefits? Like that's one of the questions that I would get a lot when people like, what, you meditate? And if they're interested, like I tell them that, you should meditate, tell them about the benefits. And they like, well, how long do I need to do it before I actually see some benefits? Even like a few minutes a day can make a big difference. Like I started out doing like 5 minutes a day. So if you're a beginner and you never meditated before, I say start with like 5 minutes a day, and then you can like slowly increase that number as time goes by. Like the more you feel comfortable with it, you can add an extra minute, or after a week or two, add another minute. The main thing is being consistent. The consistency is way more important than the amount of time that you're doing it. So if If you're able to stick with a 5 minute a day, I would stick with that. If you can be consistent with 5 minutes a day, then you'll see benefits just based off of that. Another question that I would get was, do I need to sit cross-legged on the floor? Now, I ain't gonna lie, I actually wondered this too myself when I first started learning about meditation. And I think it's because like just from all the TV that I will watch. And so I would see like the monks, they're in the temples with the candles lit and legs folded. But I've been meditating for a long time and I do it every day. And I see plenty of benefits from it. And I'm here to tell you, no, you do not have to sit cross-legged on the floor. You can sit in a chair, you can lay down, you can even do it while you walking. Like the key is you want to find a position that feels comfortable for you. Listen to your body and then do what feels right. And then another question was, what if my mind keeps wandering? Because I did have a couple people that actually tried and they're like, man, I can't focus my thoughts. Like I keep wondering and keep thinking about random things. I'm thinking about going into the refrigerator, getting me a piece of chocolate cake when I'm supposed to be meditating. Listen, the thoughts, those are normal. It's completely normal. When you notice your mind wandering, you want to guide it back to your breath or like the present moment. We talk about mindfulness, being in the present moment. The mind can't focus on too many things at one time. So if you have some thoughts that's racing through your head and then you concentrate on your breath, like breathing in and out, like the exercise we did earlier, it can help you with the wandering thoughts because you're trying to focus on your breath. It's all about practice though. Just remember, meditation is not about being perfect. It's about being present. So what y'all think, Blueprint Crew? Y'all ready to dive into the world of meditation? So my challenge to y'all is to just try meditating for 5 minutes a day and see how you feel. So that's going to wrap it up. So today we talked about meditation. We talked about what it was. It's a practice that helps you focus your mind and eliminate distractions. And then we also talked about the benefits of meditation. Regular meditation can reduce your stress. It can improve your concentration and enhance your emotional state. Something that we can all benefit from. And then last, we talked about the different types of meditation. We talked about the mindfulness meditation, which is where you focus on being in the present moment. And then we talked about guided meditation, which is where somebody leads you through the process. And then one of my favorites that I mentioned to y'all was the body scan. That's where you scan different parts of your body and you release the tension as you go. So that's going to wrap it up, y'all. And for the next episode, y'all ever catch yourself just daydreaming about your goals? Well, in the next episode, we're going to be diving into the power of visualizing. I don't know why I can't say that word. I be getting stumbled up on my words, but we're going to be talking about the power of visualizing. And then I'm going to go visualizing. And then we'll talk about a couple of fun techniques that y'all can try out yourself. And that can inspire y'all to go after your goals and look at bringing things into y'all reality in a whole new light. So don't want to miss that episode. I will see y'all in the next one. Thank you for joining us on the Personal Development Blueprint. We appreciate you tuning in, and I hope you picked up a nugget or two to supercharge your personal growth. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the podcast and leave a review. We would love to hear some of your feedback. And remember, every little win counts on the road to becoming the best version of yourself. So stay focused, keep pushing forward, and you will keep leveling up. Key.